Gotta say, it has been a struggle trying to find the right lens, trying to figure out whether I need wide, telephoto, macro, or a cine lens. So I kind of figured along the way, why not try them all, even adapt it. With that said, the first lens on review is the Canon 16-35 f4 IS USM lens, and why it is still a great lens to pick up for photography, video, especially vlogging. The Canon 16-35 f4 IS USM lens is one of the lenses I dreamt of getting back when I first purchased my Canon SL2, mainly because of the red ring around the front of the lens. The red ring signifies that it is a L series lens, which stands for luxury, and that means the glass in this lens is the highest quality glass in a lens produced by Canon, made back then when this lens was produced, and what they still make today. Yeah, I still have the Canon SL2. It was a camera I used as a webcam for about 75% of my COVID online graduate school experience. I paired it with the Sigma 18-35 1.8 lens, which we'll get into that lens and the SL2 another day, but let's first talk about the lens with the vlogger's favorite focal length, and that is the Canon 16-35. Before we go any further, we should just get the price out of the way. This lens will cost you $1,100 new USD. Used, you can get this lens for a little over $600. I got mine for a little cheaper than that. I'm sure if you do a little more digging, you can find it for much cheaper, which is a steal when thinking about how much lenses with this focal length will run you today, even used. Just look at how much this lens costs new, even though it came out a while ago. Used is the way to go in this case because there's a lot out there the last time I checked. So we've covered the focal length, which is 16-35, which is great for landscapes, real estate, astrophotography, street photography, vlogging, and portraits. And with that, I think it's fair to mention that Canon does have a few other 16-35 lenses that are equipped with faster apertures, like the 2.8, which will run you 2100 new and 13-1700 used, depending on the conditions of the lens and where you were shopping. Having a faster aperture is always the best way to go in the case you are in a low light situation. However, if you know you were able to control your lighting, do not mind cranking up the ISO, then the aperture just really doesn't matter. This is the f4 version of the Canon 16-35. You can get a shallow depth of field, but it will not be as shallow as the 2.8 or even a 1.8 lens for that matter. But there is one major feature of this lens that I think you will like, and that is it's stabilized. I know 16mm is on the wide end, and some may say you don't need stabilization when at 16mm, but I mean, it's better than not having it, right? Just think of walking down the street out in the world without stabilization, and then think about being out there with it. Filming yourself, whoever else you with, getting stabilized video. Zooming in to 35 for a little more compression only enhances the shallow depth of field. On top of that, you get stabilization. I mean, what else is there to say? And on the topic of lenses, check out the video I made on the Fuji 10-24mm lens right here. And that is it for today. Thanks for joining. Stay awesome.